Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of Americans, and I was looking at some recent stories that are pissed the hell off over the stimulus deal that they came up with between Congress and the Senate. They are mad as hell. So this came out on CNN Politics, December 23rd, 2020. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I know it has all the pagan stuff in it, but just bear with me.
I would describe this as the last nice memory that I had.
Angela Kearney stands in front of her tree at home in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, reminiscing with her aunt and longing for last Christmas.
This was when I received the new job. I was going to be able to buy a home for my family.
The new job was as a paralegal after she put herself through school in her 40s while recovering from surgeries to fix a disability, racking up $63,000 in student loans. With a new salary of $55,000, she was finally able to provide for her children.
That is more money than I've ever seen in my life. I promised them we would get a house. I promised them that they would be normal children, and then the pandemic hit. And I can't keep those promises anymore. It looks like everybody's dancing.
Just 4 months after landing that job, Kearney was furloughed in March, and her weekly unemployment of $300 does little to cover the bills for her and her 3 children living at home.
I have to take the bills and throw them up and pick the ones and hope that they total the amount that I have.
Her unemployment is slated to run out in January, along with 12 million other Americans, and dozens of programs designed to protect them will too.
First, student loan, payments have been halted. So once that expires, that's a new bill that's going to hit people quickly. You have local eviction bans that will expire. And then, of course, the expansion of unemployment insurance. As that's going away, we're seeing more people not put back to work.
For years, Kearney and her family were on several government assistance programs, including disability and food stamps. Last year, she finally got off them.
A lot of it was determination on my part to climb this mountain, and we got shoved off the mountain.
Which sent them right back on food stamps.
How much money do you get on that card?
We get $400 a month.
Does that cover it?
It has to, right?
Congress is negotiating a stimulus bill that could drastically shape the next few months for families like the Kearneys. But significant long-term relief may not arrive until President-elect Biden is inaugurated in late January.
For a lot of families, waiting until after the inauguration is just going to be too late.
Christmas will look different for many American families, including the Kearneys.
What do you think of our lights this year, huh?
This year, she's prioritizing paying the electric bill just to keep the lights and Christmas spirit alive.
The bills won't be paid for December because Santa's coming to town. Santa will be here.
All right.
Phil, the president.
Yeah. Okay. So that by the way was Philly. those are the white people that are not so rich that lives in Philadelphia. They live on another side, but ladies and gentlemen, she is not alone. There are a lot of people that are furious with the politics, and they are not happy with this relief package. They said it's way too small, and it's not going to do anything for families that have been struggling through the pandemic, which is many. Now, today is December 26th. This is the cutoff day for people that been collecting unemployment since the beginning. So if you started your unemployment in March, this is your cutoff day. So you got 12 million people officially today that will not have their unemployment. And you're talking less than a week. This coming Thursday is the official end to the eviction moratorium, which means as of January 1st, when the courts open again, probably like around the 2nd or 3rd, evictions will begin. And these folks are playing with people's lives, which is completely sickening. But they are. So right now, there's a lot of Americans that literally cannot help themselves. They cannot. They can't pay their bills. They can't get their rent caught up. There are not enough jobs out here. And we are heading into some pretty dire times, y'all. 2021, the beginning of it is going to be horrendous, especially if they don't get the stimulus pass, which it looks like they won't. Trump did not even sign it yet. And then they start trying to increase it to, I didn't think that $2,000 was going somewhere. And I know people were alerting me about that. As soon as I saw it, I knew they were going to have a problem getting that passed. So, wow. So Trump in his Tuesday night video signaled that he may not sign the stimulus relief bill passed by Congress unless it amends the massive spending legislation to raise the amount of the stimulus payment, which it failed. Okay, it failed. So what Trump initially wanted was $2,000 per person and $4,000 per couple. But the GOP in Congress immediately voted it down. So it stands back at the $900 billion relief package that was passed on Monday that would give $300 weekly enhanced benefits for 11 weeks and extend the pandemic unemployment program to early spring, sending up to $600 in direct payment, renew the eviction moratorium. This is what's all in the bill. Increase food stamps and other nutrition assistance, and give more aid to struggling small businesses. This is all in that $900 billion plan. Many feel that the help is too little too late. Americans say they are having trouble making ends meet. And they said, the $1,200 stimulus that many received in March, and now you're cutting it to $600 for laid off workers. This is not good, and many of them are saying this is not going to help their situation, being that they've been out of work so long. The average American has been out of work 6 months or longer, the ones that lost their jobs in the beginning of the pandemic. And, I talked to some family members that are in that situation, and even some of you online have let me know what your situation is. And they're applying for jobs, and they're finding absolutely nothing. They're not finding what they need. And that's a problem. So many feel that the $600 is a slap in the face. Every other industrialized nation was able to keep their citizens afloat during the crisis, but we have woefully cared more about tax cuts for the rich than caring for the poor and working class in the US. It is shameful that leadership, leadership is shameful in this country. That is absolutely true. And one New Jersey resident, Mallory Ware, said that she feels that Congress has abandoned her and her family and all struggling Americans during the recession and worsening pandemic. So she says she got a $1,600 mortgage to keep a roof over her head. And of course, she got student loans, and, she's been unemployed. She worked at a hotel, and now that job, because tourism industry is practically dead. It's dead. Many states are closing down hotels because people are not traveling for business like they used to. So during the week, they have, you know, I was looking at one article here in my own state, and a hotel that usually was pretty busy said they're probably at 20% capacity. They only got 20% of the rooms in this big hotel filled. And they're literally not making the money that they, of course, were making a year ago. That's very significant. So I know a lot of hotels are having a problem staying open now. All right. And, it's pretty much the same. The article is just going over different Americans that are talking about their struggle and how hard it's been since this whole pandemic started. And, unfortunately, it's not going to be any easier when we move into what the pagans call their new year. So get ready, y'all, because despite the fact they think everything's going to change for the better in 2021, I'm just telling y'all, don't look for it. Be realistic. What they are expecting is completely unrealistic, and they will soon see. They sure will. But y'all, please tell me what you think about how Americans are now speaking out against this $600 stimulus that Congress and the Senate has passed. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.